Okay, I will try to relax. Deep breath. I'm ready.
That's the spirit. So, Oleg, before we get into our main topic, can I ask how long you've been learning English?
Well, I studied it in school, of course, but I only started taking it seriously maybe 2 years ago. Since then, I've been trying to learn more. Podcast, YouTube videos, reading books, but speaking is still hard for me.
That's super common. A lot of learners can understand so much, but when it's time to speak, they freeze. The words just disappear, right?
Yes, like poof, they're gone. I forget everything I studied.
Well, you're not alone. Today, we're going to talk about that exact problem and share some helpful, cozy tips to speak English better. And not just study tips, but real, practical things that work in daily life.
Yes, I love that. Because sometimes I feel like I'm working so hard, but I'm not making progress. I want to speak with confidence, without panic.
Exactly. So let's jump into our first cozy tip. Ready?
Ready.
All right. Tip number 1. And I know this sounds a little silly, but it really works. Talk to yourself.
Talk to myself? Out loud?
Yes, out loud. Now, people might think you're a little weird, but only if they catch you doing it. And you can always do it when you're alone, brushing your teeth, cooking, walking the dog.
Haha, okay, I'm imagining myself saying, now I am cutting the onions. I am crying, but not because I'm sad. Haha,
Exactly. That's perfect. You describe what you're doing in real time. It helps your brain connect thoughts directly to English words instead of translating from your native language.
so it's like training my thinking to happen in English.
Yes, and bonus, your fluency improves because you're practicing speaking, not just reading or listening. It becomes more natural.
I like that. I can do it when I'm making coffee in the morning. I am pouring the water. I am waiting for it to boil. I am thinking about quitting my job.
Yes, that works too. Okay, tip number 2, use your hobbies to learn English.
My hobbies? How does that help?
Well, think about what you already love to do. For example, what are your favorite hobbies?
Mm, I love cooking, and also I watch a lot of nature shows, like animals and mountains and forests.
That's perfect. You can find cooking videos or recipes in English. That way, you're not only learning new vocabulary like chop, stir, boil, but you're doing something you enjoy.
Oh, so I can learn English and learn to cook something new at the same time. That's smart.
Exactly. Same with nature shows. Watch them in English. The narrators usually speak very clearly, and you'll pick up new words like habitat, predator, climate, and so on.
That makes learning more natural and fun. I never thought about it that way before.
When learning feels like fun, you don't feel tired. That's the magic. Now, let's talk about the big, scary thing. Mistakes.
Oh, yes. I hate making mistakes. They make me feel stupid.
No, don't feel that way. But you should know you're not alone. Many learners feel that way. But here's tip number 3. Mistakes are your friends.
My friends? That sounds strange.
I know, but let me explain. Do you remember learning to ride a bicycle?
Yes, I fell a lot.
Yeah, exactly. But each fall taught your body something about balance. It was part of learning. Same with English. Every mistake is like falling off the bike, but it's how we improve.
So, when I say he go to the store instead of he goes, I shouldn't feel bad.
Not at all. You should think, that's a lesson. Then try again. Be proud that you're trying.
I never thought of mistakes that way before.
Let them guide you. Mistakes are not the enemy. They are signs that you're doing the work.
Okay, that helps me feel better. But pronunciation, that's still hard. Sometimes my mouth feels awkward.
Totally normal. Which brings us to tip number 4, be an echo. This is called shadowing.
Shadowing.
Yep. You listen to a short sentence in English, like a podcast or movie, and then immediately repeat it. Try to copy the sound, rhythm, and stress, just like an echo. Let's try it. I'll say, the weather is beautiful today.
The weather is beautiful today.
Nice! Again, try to match my tone exactly. The weather is beautiful today.
The weather is beautiful today.
Perfect! You're training your mouth muscles. It's like a workout for pronunciation.
Oh, so it's not about sounding perfect. It's about getting used to the shape of the words.
Exactly! You don't have to lose your accent. You just want your English to be clear and confident.
Wow, I'm learning so much. Do we have one more tip?
We do. Tip number 5. Learn just one new word a day.
Only one? Isn't that too little?
Nope. If you do that for a whole year, that's 365 new words. And if you use them, they'll stick. I suggest getting a small notebook, your word journal. When you find a new word, write it down, write the sentence you heard it in, and then make your own sentence.
So, if I learn delicious, I write, the cake was delicious. And then I write, my tea is delicious today.
Exactly. Then use it in a real conversation or when talking to yourself.
Yugen, these tips are amazing. I feel like I have a map now. Like I know what to do next.
That makes me so happy to hear, Oleg. And I hope our listeners feel the same. So let's quickly recap. Talk to yourself. Use your hobbies to learn. Mistakes are your friends. Be an echo. Shadow for better pronunciation. And one new word a day. Slow and steady wins the race.
I'm going to try all of these. And maybe start today with delicious.
That's a delicious choice.
Yugen, before we go, can I ask something?
Of course.
Next time, maybe can we talk more about remembering vocabulary, like memory tricks?
That's a great idea. We'll do a whole cozy episode just on that.
Thank you, Yugen. This was really nice.
You're very welcome, Oleg. And thank you to all of you at home. Keep learning, keep practicing, and most importantly, keep it cozy.
Goodbye, everyone. Don't forget to smile when you speak English. It helps.
So true. See you next time.